Hello YouTubers, this is MKV Productions here with another toy review. This review is on the 1967 Godzilla from the Memorial Box. This is 6 inches, made in China, the Memorial Box, and it is another pretty soft vinyl. Pretty soft, it's really squishy. Not as squishy as the 62 was, but it's pretty squishy. Yeah, this is a 67 Godzilla. It's, as people know, and as people say from the movie it was in, Son of Godzilla, it is known as the ugliest suit because it was like stubby nosed, short armed. It just wasn't Godzilla. Because in the 60s, Godzilla was known as being menacing and such, and this just didn't follow what Godzilla was. But that actually, for this figure, although it was the worst suit, Bandai did a pretty good job, like, designing it and stuff. Because, as you can see, like, if you look at the face, you can tell that, Bandai did a very nice job of, like, making the nose stubby, making the arms shorter, and hands more smaller. And they just did a good job all around to make it look like the 67 Godzilla from the Memorial Box. And they gave him the big eyes like he had. It's just, yeah, they just did a very nice job with this guy. And although he was a worse suit, Bandai always did a great job to make it like a really good figure. And history for this guy is that he starred in Son of Godzilla, so that's why he had to be like fatherly and like more human-like in this. He starred in Son of Godzilla, and he also he was also in Godzilla's Revenge. He wasn't in it technically. He was just the stock footage they used for Godzilla's Revenge, since mostly all of it was stock footage, the monster fights, except for the final fight. They showed him like fighting like Kamacuras and Kumagan in it for stock footage, and this guy was also used for the swimming scene in Godzilla vs. Gigan, when like they're swimming to Japan to save it from Gigan and King Ghidorah. And that's really all the history for this guy. Now I will go to the detail part of him. All the detail on this, as I stated before with the face, it's very nice because I really like how they put the detail on the cheeks and stuff. And they also did a nice job with the mouth too. It looks really nice figure, the head. And also the big eyes and such. And going down, the scales are pretty much the same as all the 60s ones. And the fins actually look nice, because as you can see, they're like really cool fins. They're actually really cool fins. He is like a dark grayish color, the figure itself. A dark grayish like mixture with green, because as you can see there's some green in there. And his nails and toenails are like a don't know, it's like a orangish color, his nails and stuff, or like a really light brownish color for his nails and stuff, or army green, yeah, that's the color, army green for his nails. And yeah, and as you can see in there, you can see that his tongue is really detailed and stuff too. They just did a really nice job with this guy. Really, that's really... oh, I forgot to mention also, the fins go from here all the way to like right here. So it's like a little bit there, but not much, not bad. Pretty nice detail on this figure. That gets really good. That gets a 5 out of 5, the detail for the figure. Now I will go to articulation for this figure. The articulation is that the head can rotate 360 degrees. The arms can. And the legs can rotate 360 degrees. Tail with the glue seal again. I do not like to break those, so no articulation in the tail. That's pretty much all for articulation. It's pretty good because since he had a bit of a longer neck, you could actually articulate his head and arms and legs. So it's pretty good articulation. That gets a 5 out of 5 also. And next is that's really all for articulation. Next will be the comparison for the figure. For this comparison, I will use the Gigan from the Memory Box. As you can tell, it's a pretty good comparison. Because since this Godzilla is a bit taller with the neck and stuff, it had like a really long neck and chubby neck, I might add. It did well. It sized it up pretty well because Gigan is. I don't really remember in the movie if he was shorter or taller than Godzilla, but I think it compares pretty well with him. Gigan's a bit shorter, so it'd be hard of a fight to do with this guy. So that might get like a 4 out of 5 because it's a little bit taller than most of the people it fights. But now I will go to the Bandai Creation. Here's the guy again from the Bandai Creation line. As you can see, it's really taller now. Now this looks like a pretty good one because this guy again looks like fierce and stuff, and he looks like this would be like a really good fight. So yeah, that's why comparison gets a 4 out of 5 because I wanted to measure it up with this guy, and that looks like it'd be a cool fight. A bigger guy again versus Godzilla. It's a pretty cool fight. So yeah, that's all for comparison. It's got pretty good comparison, 4 out of 5. And I really have nothing much more to say about the figure, other than I did detail, articulation, and comparison, and both were all were very well because you got a 5 out of 5 in detail, got a 5 out of 5 in articulation, and get a 4 out of 5 in comparison. So yeah, overall this is a really good figure. I would really recommend it. It has counterparts from YMSF, which has a little mini that you can put on the tail so that you can like walk around like he did in Son of Godzilla. And he also has a Marmot one, which has a mini about this size of him, so that it's like a real Son of Godzilla. And the Marmot one I think is a little bit different in color. But yeah, Marmot one I would recommend also. YMSF one sort of looks a little bad, so I wouldn't really recommend that one. But I recommend the Marmot and this guy if you're looking for a 67 Godzilla. Yeah, that's really all for this figure. Overall I give it a 5 out of 5 because I just love the figure. Although it got a 4 out of 5, it still would add up with 2 5 out of 5s. Majority said that it's a 5 out of 5. So yeah, this figure will get a 5 out of 5 for being a great figure, and just although it was an ugly Godzilla, it still made a great movie. So yeah, that's all for the figure, 5 out of 5. And my next review will be on the 68 Godzilla. Thank you for watching, YouTubers.